Today we got D. Tsai. The IRS is wrong. Artificial intelligence, that's AI, will get rid of everyone's job. No more IRS agents and accountants. I think he means accountants needed. D. Tsai, I completely agree with you. I completely agree that eventually AI will probably get rid of everyone's job. And we're going to be like the humans in Wall-E who just sit around in their roller coaster track chairs, sipping Slurpees and doing nothing all day because there's no work to do because AI is doing all of it. Robots, droids, C-3POs, whatever. The question is when? When is this going to happen? Because I'm on Twitter a lot, X, whatever you want to call it. When ChatGPT kind of entered the mainstream, when was that? A couple years ago? Oh, bold predictions were being made by tech bros about every industry, right? Oh, within the next 2 years, AI is going to be doing everyone's tax returns. Within 3 years, there's not going to be a need for all these kinds of lawyers and all these kinds of professionals. Bleh, we're definitely not there. And I think there was just kind of, and I get it, right? If you're in tech, I think you inherently have to be optimistic about the timeline in which technology will advance. But no one can predict the future, okay? Do I think if, we as a species are here on this big blue ball 1,000 years from now that AI will probably have replaced IRS agents and accountants and most workers, if not all workers? Of course, yes, I do. Is this going to happen in my lifetime? Is this going to happen by 2030, which is like the new goalpost that I've seen on Twitter lately, to replace a lot of jobs? I don't think so. I mean, because I'm saying this. See, the tech bros, they know the tech, but I'm saying this as a business owner who has tried to implement the use of AI into his business and found it lacking. Okay. Now I'm told by tech people that, well, it's going to get better at an exponential pace. Every month it's like 1 billion times better than it was last month. And, okay. I mean, I think there was a lot of hype around the language models, right? Early on, because it's like, whoa, this is amazing. I can write a complete thesis and on whatever. But I think as people and lay people have grown to use them more in everyday life and seen their critical deficiencies and how they hallucinate and how wrong they are. And as we have a better understanding of what these large language models are, which is really just souped up and hyper sophisticated autofills, right, that we've had on our phones and in our search engines forever, we're kind of understanding, okay, maybe this isn't going to usher in some incredible golden age in the extremely near future. Okay. Obviously, if we ever attain, general AI or whatever they call it, that's a game changer. As I understand, we're not there yet. But, getting back to Tsai's original sentiment, yeah, this is going to happen, right? And the IRS is not an ostrich about this. We had the Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent back in May, who is currently the interim IRS commissioner as well, since Billy Longs is no longer in that role. Anyway, back in May, AI boom will make up for IRS workforce cuts, Treasury Secretary says. Scott Bessent told House lawmakers, and here's Scotty right here. Scott Bessent told House lawmakers that better IT and artificial intelligence will enhance collections at the tax agency, which has shed 11% of its workforce during this administration, right? So it's basically saying, look, tech will make up for fewer people working at the IRS. And to be fair, we at Choice Tax Relief, we have not seen collections taper off at all. We are seeing now more levies from the IRS's automated collection system, keyword automated. And this is back in April. IRS work, but here's the other side of that, right? So you have, the Treasury Secretary kind of spinning the AI boom will make up for IRS workforce cuts, but also the workforce cuts themselves impede progress on developing that AI and that modernization. So there's a quote in here from this individual, Barry Johnson, former IRS Chief Data and Analytics Officer who oversaw the rollout of AI at the agency before he retired. And, the AI he's describing seems pretty ho-hum. When he left, he said the IRS is piloting an AI tool to help employees search the internal revenue code. Okay, is that AI or just kind of a Google quality search engine as an internal tool? I don't know. The agency also used AI to improve taxpayer services, such as with chatbots, and to make enforcement more efficient. But he says something here that's very important. Okay? Very important. Because until all these tech bros reach general AI, which is AI with a human level cognitive function to learn and to apply and to think creatively, right, and achieve all the things humans have achieved for thousands of years in our growing catalog of human knowledge, we're going to need people to train these AIs, which is, I kind of understand them, are simply language models at this point, in terms of the way the IRS is using them, and in terms of the way the general populace is using them at this point. And here's the thing. So what Barry Johnson said, who was head of AI at the IRS: I'm especially concerned with proposed cuts to what we call the field staff, the folks who process tax returns to conduct audits, because to the extent that we lose that subject matter expertise, and where's that subject matter expertise found? Right now, it's found in the brains of humans. Our ability to train and validate AI applications will be diminished. Okay. So, to Mr. Tsai's point, yeah, I think eventually the IRS is probably going to AI itself out of needing to have tens of thousands of employees. Sure. But it can't do that yet without employees, and I guarantee it's going to take a lot longer than the most optimistic tech bros think it's going to happen. Okay. And again, I'm saying this as someone who would love to automate a lot of stuff in my business using AI. It's just not there yet. Okay. In my opinion. Anyway, folks, what do you think? I'm curious. Do you think that AI? How soon is the timeline here that we're looking at for AI to replace, let's say, IRS agents? For AI to replace, accountants, broader tax professionals, EAs, tax attorneys. I think there's a little bit of a moat, maybe not around tax prep, but around representation services like we do here at Choice Tax Relief. There's going to have to be a person, a licensed CPA, attorney, or enrolled agent, being someone's power of attorney in representing them before the IRS. IRS is not going to let C3PO or R2D2 or K2SO be the POA for a taxpayer anytime soon. Okay, they're going to want to pin any liability or anything that goes wrong on a person, not a robot. Okay. Anyway, folks, thank you so much for watching. This was kind of a more off the beaten path video. I do have some other videos here on the left-hand side of the screen about the stuff I usually talk about on this channel, like what to do if you owe the IRS $10,000 or more. By the way, if you owe the IRS $10,000 or more, or your state, or you have multiple years unfiled tax returns, you qualify for a free consultation with us here at Choice Tax Relief. Give us a call, 866-8000-TAX. That's 866-8000-829. Or you can go to choicetaxrelief.com, fill out the form on the website, and we will reach out to you to schedule that free consultation. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.